Hi, I'm Lars Bergstrom with Curtis Stokes & Associates. Today we're looking at Devocean. Devocean's a Carver 44 motor yacht, aft cockpit version. She's in Hilton Head Island, offered by Mary Catherine of Curtis Stokes & Associates in Harbor Town. She's in really great shape, and this is a really popular model offering the comforts of an aft cabin and an aft cockpit. So if you're interested in a trawler of this type or a motor yacht of this type, she's great for the Great Loop, for cruising the Bahamas. Practically anywhere you want to go on the East Coast is good cruising grounds for this boat. So I'm going to take you aboard and show you around a little bit and point out some of her best features. There's a nice view of the starboard side of Devocean. You can see the Harbor Town Lighthouse in the background there. You see she's got the sleek kind of Euro look that these Carvers are known for. I think the newer ones, to me, look a lot better than some of the older versions when they first started with that style of boat. She's got the Flybridge forward, so you have excellent visibility forward from the Flybridge. The large swim platform has a, it's not a davit, but a dinghy holding system here. So the dinghy can simply slide right up onto the swim platform, and it sits slightly after the swim platform, so you can still use the platform. It doesn't take up the whole platform when it's not in the water. You can see the dinghy's nicely covered. We do have photos of it uncovered in very good, like, new shape. The canvas on Devocean is in great shape. You've got Strata-glass here on the stern, on the aft deck, and then up top we have either polycarbonate or acrylic, but it's a semi-rigid enclosure on top. There you have port side, Devocean. Let's go step aboard and see how we look from the boat. So boarding is easiest right from the swim platform, especially if you have floating docks like we do here. The first thing you come to when you board is you've got a hookup for city water here. So you can save your DC water pressure pump and just use city pressure. That's a regulated system. And then you'll see we have nice storage here on the swim platform. Lots of space for all of your washing and things that are needed. And as I said, you can use the swim platform even as the tender sits on board. Inside we have a couple folding chairs to starboard. You can see there are steps here that can get you forward by a tow rail. I prefer the other method. There's a nice barbecue grill on the rail and 100 amps of shore power fed in a nicely protected cover. Going to the aft deck is a breeze up steps instead of a ladder. So a very nice attribution there, or attribute is the steps. You can see spacious aft deck, a nice teak table and some folding chairs, and wing doors going forward to the deck so that you can close the wing doors and end up with full weather protection back here all the way around. The decks on these motor yachts are typically narrow to allow more space inside. These are actually wider than I expected. I'm able to walk right down the decks facing forward, none of that sideways shimmy. So very happy with the side decks on this Carver. You got nice sun pads. You can see there's the hatch for the forward cabin. There's our windlass and anchor, and she's fitted with the fender holders to port and starboard. And we'll go down the other deck. You can see what I mean. There's plenty wide deck for you here. Walk right down here without any problem at all. And back into the spacious aft cabin area. And there again, steps again, instead of a ladder, right up to a very well appointed flybridge. Here you have the navigation station with all the controls and gauges all centered right here in easy reach. So the radar looks a bit dated, as does the autopilot, but these autopilots are known to last forever. Those Simrad autopilots are very good units. There is a new Stand Horizon depth sounder and chart plotter sonar. And we've got digital diesel engine display gauges, so that's a nice upgrade. This enclosure, that's the semi-rigid enclosure. So rather than roll that up, these fold up to the top so they don't get all scratched up when you have to open it, and you have to open it. It's hot up here even with them open. But once you get rolling in the breeze, it's like turning the air conditioning on. You're here in the shade. Very nice flybridge, beautifully upholstered, L-shaped settee, very comfortable helm chair, very functional, very roomy, and in great shape. So back down to the aft cockpit, or aft deck, as the aft cockpit is aft yet still. So again, the wonderful thing about the Cockpit Motor Yacht. This tends to be the central area of the boat, the aft cockpit. You can get forward to the deck, up to the flybridge, down to the cockpit. So lots of traffic here, and it's good that it's kept nice and wide open with nice bridge doors and easy ingress and exiting. That brings us to our main cabin. The main cabin is open to the galley, making it very, very spacious. And while you're cooking, you're not isolated from your guests. You have a large sofa to starboard. Lots of large windows for natural light. The headliner is in excellent shape. You have a small love seat, which I believe is a fold-out couch to port. And this awesome coffee table lifts up to be a dining table or a game table. You do have a Samsung. It's a relatively small television, I think about 24 inch or 32 inch, but definitely the right size for the room. And then you can see from the front part of the salon, again, how large the space really is. Just after the salon is the main feature. The master cabin is well laid out. Nice shape and size bed to use this space. A true walk-around queen with lots of drawers and storage. Beautiful granite countertops. What you see here is the chiller. So when the air conditioning is running back here, this pumps cold air in here at great rates. The chillers are excellent way to utilize air conditioning. Of course, you have a little end table on each side, cupboards. Here's a hanging locker. Room for a television here, but they've utilized it for storage. And then of course you're open right out to the aft deck right out the sliding glass door from your bedroom. It's got a screen so that you want to enjoy the breezes, you can keep the bugs out. One of my favorite features of this boat is that exit into the cockpit. The blinds go up and you have opening ports there. You get a look at the beautiful woodwork on this boat. You can see your reflection, right? And then the full-size head in the master includes a walk-in shower. Oops. I've got the folding hammock, laundry basket there. So you have one single bin, small sink in here, vacuum flush toilet, and simulated tile floor. Again, nice granite countertops. There's your full head there. And another hanging locker here. These are cedar lined and lit hanging lockers, so that's something that I look for in a finer yacht. And going forward through the salon, we'll check out the galley. The use of the L-shaped counter gives a lot more space in the galley than a single straight one would be. You've got a nice one large bin, basin sink here, microwave oven, 3-burner electric stove, and lots of storage. Here we have the apartment-sized refrigerator and freezer. I always liked the freezer below for obvious reasons. And storage in places for pots and pans, plenty. Laminated wooden floors in excellent shape. The galley has a nice modern feel, and again, you're not isolated from your guests when you're cooking in this galley. Over here you've kind of got the bar. You can see we're set up with all of our glasses and whatnot here. Extra plates. And stores. Lots of room for stores. So, yeah. Standing in the galley, you have sort of a cathedral ceiling effect. And then the forward cabin, also a walk-around queen. Although you don't walk completely around, you can see you're up one step and you can easily get in to the side of the bed. You've got opening ports on either side, as well as the opening hatch. Granite counters, nice custom-made mattress. We've got hanging lockers here. And the head is split, so on one side we've got a nice shower. And then to starboard, there's a well-appointed toilet with your single basin lavatory, granite counters, very clean. I like that arrangement a lot. Looks very good. And looking back to the salon, there's engine access under those carpets. So we'll roll those up and take a look in the engine room. In the engine room, it's fairly clean and accessible. We have twin Cummins 6 BTA 370 horsepower diesel engines with about 1,100 hours. Off to one side you can see the running gear there and the inverter charger. Here we've got the starboard side running gear, fairly easily accessible. And up in the front we have a Kohler generator. It's very clean. The reverso oil pump for changing fluids. The engines, aside from maybe a little dusting, they look very clean. You've got all the paint, hoses and clamps are all in good order. And there's room forward of the generator here for storage. And we see a holding tank there. So fairly decent engine room on this Carver.